What's good, family? You see Doc's in the building. Shout out to everybody in the family. I'm mad hype. Doc know I'm mad hype. Shout out to all the professors and teachers that's been involved. You know, shout out to brother GA first and foremost, brother Eric, all the parents that's involved, teachers, Professor Ramen. Everybody's been involved helping us out. I'm super hype. You know, this is the infusion pump we've been trying to get working for the longest. This is an automated syringe pump for our medical technology applications, automated technology applications, specifically in the field of medicine. And you see right here, we push a button and boom, it has what? Movement and where it's pulling, and you see the tube, see that right there, boom, boom. Can't make this up, man. So I want to be hyped to let y'all know that we're the only Black institute that offers this. You can go anywhere around the world and you're not gonna find a focus on this how we have it. Your child comes here and learns how to build autonomous vehicles, no kit needed. They understand how to program code and how to do mathematics. You see that right there? 3D printing, and we doing rapid prototyping. Type in rapid prototyping in Black schools. You're not gonna find it. You barely find rapid prototyping most places. And you're not gonna find educators that actually know how to use a 3D printer and know what to do with it, besides picked out Mickey Mouse figurines. We don't do figurines here. We're probably one of the only institutes in New York City, Black institutes, we're the only Black institute where your child can go to and learn about Marcus Garvey, Alexander Cromwell, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we do events we're the only institution that does events at Weeksville for STEM. But at the same time, forget all that, learn how to make an automated conveyor belt system for material movement. How about learning what a 1602 LCD screen is? If you don't know what that means, you should probably join our class. You've never seen a thermometer sensor, temperature sensor, sorry. You see what I'm saying? Your child learns this here, and we help you get the materials for it because we have a beautiful community. Look at this robotic arm. We have the only one of these we built from scratch. It's built with linear actuators, and we actually got it coded, I'm so hype about it, with Arduino. You see the Arduino Mega right there, 2560. You see them 3H bridges going across, beautiful. You see the power supply for portability. You see this? And this week, we're actually gonna get rid of these joysticks because they're whack, and we're gonna be putting a PlayStation controller to control this. We're waiting for the parts to come in the mail. Super fly. You can't make that up. You can't make that up. We're going after the autonomous vehicle section. So we already know the autonomous guided, right, vehicles, but we want this car, probably, we want to use the big boy, you know what I'm saying, the big boy down there. And we want to make this big boy drive around the block with no hands. Nobody controlling it, come back. And so we got the stuff on the way to do that. And if you're interested in learning how to do these type of things, this is why your child comes here, all right? I'm doing this video on purpose with my gold teeth because you can't find somebody in a suit that's Black that can do what I do. You cannot. You're not going to find somebody who can teach children how to build a tower crane, how to code it, how to build a structure for it, and how to make it work. And that same student be advanced in mathematics, man. You're not going to find this. We're the only institute. I want to brag and say this, man. For Black Power, put a Black Power in the chat when you see this on the comment. This is our environmental water testing project. This has over 10 sensors in it. And we're gonna be the only Black institute and one of the only institutes in New York City that focus on IoT. If you don't know what that means, it's okay. Just know we're the only ones doing it in New York City. And the Black schools, you cannot find a Black school who has programs centered on electrical engineering, mechatronics, specifically teaching kids about IoT. Really hype about that. And we're gonna be deploying this kit and hopefully in Gowanus Canal, East River, or in Prospect Park, or wherever we decide in New York City. We're sending the same kit down to my brother George Macon in Philadelphia so they can try to use this in one of the, I don't know if it's the Delaware River or whatever river in Philadelphia they have access to. And then we're sending one to the Mississippi. One of our students is in Tennessee, and they want to put this in the Mississippi River. Shout out to my sister Michi if you want to get involved. We're going to be doing an air quality kit might be California, but we're going to be doing it for Atlanta. We have a bunch of students down there that want to work on that. So that's something you're interested in, please get involved. Now, if you're a tinkerer or a builder and you have a career or you want to be in a career of these things and you're a student studying mechanical engineering, like electrical engineering or chemical engineering, those things, please hit me up because we're always looking for people that want to be involved and have access to us. One unfortunate reality is that in just specifically New York City and many places, if you go to school for mechanical engineering, you're not going to have access to most of this stuff. I can walk around the school and tell you most students at City Tech have never touched something like this or don't even know what to do with it, have no clue about coding this, and they have to wait till they spend a lot of money to learn this. So when I'm saying that we're one of the only institutes that offer this, I am not playing. Please go look up and try to find a black school that offers, or any school that offers, a powerful social justice curriculum centered on empowering black students and black people around their understanding of the injustices done to black people at the same time learning coding and Arduino. You're not gonna find it. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna have your child. I guarantee you, New York City children are never going to get to see this. Children in California, if you're in Alabama, if you're in Milwaukee, you're in Wisconsin, you're in Detroit, your child's not gonna get exposed to this. I'm just being real with you. You're not gonna see a black person like me. No, I don't teach with my gold teeth on. I do this because I'm cool. But you're never going to have your child exposed to this. Your child's more than likely is never going to reach a pure Algebra 1 curriculum. Your child's gonna struggle with understanding what a linear equation is. I want you, please, right now, don't lie to yourself. Go ask your child, what is a linear equation? What are the typical 3 ways? Let's ask them for 1 way to solve a linear equation. Ask them what a logarithm is. Ask them to explain polynomials. Ask them, like, have you learned polynomial division? You know what I'm saying? Ask them, what's the power of factoring? You know what I'm saying? Ask them these things. And if they don't know any of these parts, they have not done Algebra 1. And I guarantee more than likely your child doesn't know the answer to these things. So Algebra 2 is miles from them. And so if they're not doing Algebra 2, they completely have been systematically cut out of the ability to thrive in STEM. All scientific fields. And speaking of STEM, I don't want to be saying STEM no more like that, because I think black people, we've overran the word STEM. And I be talking to people that's completely not the brightest bulb in the box, and they be like, yeah, I do STEM. I'm like, no, bro. So we do research and development and engineering. We are now a research and development institution. Hopefully in the next month and 2 months, we will be associated with multiple agencies for our environmental studies program. We're connecting, I want to say mega, but I really want to connect with we're connecting with some people. So if your child comes to our program, they will be doing research that they can never been offered to in any part of the country but at Zydex. I want to be clear on that. And I'm proudly saying that. And I guarantee you, anybody watching this video, you can't do this. You can't. Just be real. You don't know how to even turn on a 3D printer. You don't know what Fusion is. You don't know what Tinkercad is. You don't know how to set up a breadboard. You don't know nothing about Arduino Unos. You don't know what an R3 is. You don't know what a sensor is. You've never held a jumper cable. You've never solved the quadratic equation. You've never even understood what the linear equations were used for in life. Acceleration means nothing to you, nor does reparations, nor does black empowerment. But if you want it to mean something, then you should enroll. If you want your child to be taught by electrical engineers, software developers, black people who are truly caring about the community. And before I go this first, understand we're not funded. We work with whatever your budget is. I want to be clear. Whatever your budget is, I work with your budget. We ask $500 a month, but we work with whatever you can afford. Now, I want to be real with y'all. We should be charging about $12,000 a month, a year. You can go to Christ the King in New York City, and you're going to learn about the Bible. Yeah, you're not going to learn any black history, not going to learn anything about electronics, but you're going to learn about the Bible for $12,000 a year. I'm going to be clear on that. And there's plenty of black people who are enrolled in that school. So when I say we're doing a courtesy price, please understand this. So when you're donating and you're saying, like, we want to help children get in this program, this is what it's going towards. So that's what it is. Now, if you're a parent, we don't want lazy parents. We understand children be children and teenaging, but we want parents who are going to be motivated to be involved and really push the limit with their children and themselves, right? If you've never taken Algebra 1, please don't question me on what we're doing with math. You know what I'm saying? We have one of the greatest mathematicians on our board ever in the East Coast. I'm going to be in the East Coast. Dr. Rahman, you know what I'm saying? So we have some powerful people. We also have the head of the mathematics department at Megan Evers working with us. So I put a lot of time making sure that the mathematics that we promote and push out this program is guaranteed to have our children be highly competitive. Our children this year were practicing and doing AP level chemistry. Why? Because in order to be able to thrive in science, you have to have a pure understanding of physical sciences that are well developed. So we push that. Does your child know how to do a reaction? Does your child ever even heard the word molarity? I want you to understand, if your child has not said the word molarity by 15 years old, they have just dropped thousands of places. Thousands of places. If your child has never been taught the laws of motion, they don't even know what inertia means. You're trying to make sure your child is a coon slave. I want you to find some crayons. You go find some crayons. And I want you to get an image of what you want your child to be doing if they're not learning this type of stuff, black people. I want to be very clear. Because, again, I'm a Pan-African. I'm about black empowerment. Non-stop, every day, all day, black nationalist. And I want to be clear. This is what you want your child to be focused on. Separating crayons. You see that? If you want your child to grow and be a crayon separator, leave them in public school. Don't read with them. Don't push them. Don't motivate. And I'm not shooting at the public school. Shout out to every public school teacher, every person that's really showing up, not paid enough to do their job. Shout out to you. But I want you to understand the public school is not going to teach you about black empowerment. The public school is not going to teach you about the black slave codes. It's not going to teach you about the atrocities that we've overcome, nor the mentality that we've had to maintain in order to reach the heights that we have in this community and in this society. They're not going to teach. That's not their job to teach us about the Underground Railroad and how black people in Brooklyn and New Jersey and Boston and Canada paid for it. No, they're going to tell you about Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King every year. Sorry, we don't do that here. We make powerful young black children. We need your child to understand kinematics, inverse kinematics, laws of motion, laws of force, understanding of the relationship between equations and existence and how we look at everything that exists and are able to create predictive measurements and equations based off our understanding of math and science. We need black children in that conversation. So if you don't want your child to be saying the word differential, say it again with me, differential equations, logarithms, integration, differentiation. If you want your child to never utter these words, just delete this video. But if you want your child to be highly competitive and you want to be a part of a situation, a movement, an organization that's pushing that has the only environmental project like this, I know it doesn't look right now because we have to put it together, but I'm just saying it's going to get put together. It's going to get put together. But if you want to be involved in that, hit us up, the Ziax Institute, Ziax the Movement. If you want to be a teacher, parent involved, student helper, whatever way, we need help. I'm just being real with you. Let's do this now. Like, don't sit and wait till tomorrow. Get involved now. Don't be a weirdo, all right? I am from Brooklyn. I am very much about black empowerment, and I'm all about leveling up. So if that's what you're about, let's connect. If that's not what you're about, just hit the delete button right